Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And we know the Cowboys have fallen on hard times since their dynasty in the mid to somewhat late 1990s. It has been quite some time since they've even reached the NFC Championship game, never mind the Super Bowl. Of course, all those years of somewhat middling play under Jason Garrett. Well, they hired Mike McCarthy, who will be entering his fifth season as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. The problem is he's got no years remaining on his contract after this one, so that's what we like to call he's in a lame duck situation. Well, Jerry Jones, of course, owner of the Cowboys, spoke on McCarthy's situation via Shireen Williams of Pro Football Talk. Jerry Jones turns up heat on Mike McCarthy Cowboys. If we take a look, so mentions how McCarthy said this week he has a 21 game plan for the Cowboys, laying it out in a team meeting as he does before every season. That plan might have to come to fruition for the coach to return for a sixth season in Dallas. 21 game plan, meaning their 17 game regular season, and it would be 21 games if they don't get a bye. Of course, only the top team in the conference gets a bye now. So he thinks four playoff games are involved in that. Also goes on to mention how the Cowboys didn't fire McCarthy after last season's postseason fiasco. 48-32 home loss to the Packers. Really wasn't that close. I'm pretty sure I made a video after that game saying I would be surprised if McCarthy kept his job after that awful performance by Dallas. Well, he did. Multiple times Jones has mentioned the Green Bay loss as the reason he didn't extend McCarthy's contract. I admit this is the Green Bay thing, Jones told Clarence Hill of DLS. When we lost the Green Bay game, we basically had everyone say, okay, what are you going to do about this? Okay, this wasn't just a game. What are you going to do about this? So it got the attention of everything we do. McCarthy admitted the challenge of being a lame duck. But Jones doesn't think it puts pressure on him. He says that I don't know that there's any more urgency, but I've tried to look at places that we are complacent or ways not to be complacent. I'm looking for ways to make sure they can't say that I've got some kind of structure that breeds complacency. Some might argue he did with Jason Garrett when they had so many middling seasons, and it almost seemed like they were complacent. It could be contracts, it can be conversation, it could be player decisions. But here's the overall things I've heard from fans, even more emotion after the Green Bay game, and still hearing from them. You need to make some changes. Still hearing it. I didn't make many changes, but within the realm of not making changes, totally changing people out, I tried to turn up the heat on myself and everybody involved. I think that's what's being discussed. I think that's why the angst was there. So basically, he is mentioning how he thinks that it'll bring out the best in McCarthy and the staff, knowing that they don't have a contract after this season. Again, we take a look at McCarthy's regular season record with Dallas. Of course, he won a Super Bowl with Green Bay. I mean, 42-25 is quite the regular season record. 6-10 the first year, three consecutive 12-5s. But of course, that postseason record 1-2, and Dallas is still waiting for the playoffs. And they've had some contract issues. Finally got CeeDee Lamb figured out. Dak Prescott still hasn't agreed to an extension. He will be a free agent after the season if they're unable to do so. Of course, Micah Parsons will eventually need to get paid as well. Keeping Prescott, Lamb, and Parsons will become very expensive. So, some tough decisions ahead. You can't let any of those super talents go away. Well, at least Lamb and Parsons, different people have different opinions about Prescott. But yes, Jerry Jones believes that being a lame duck should put pressure and make it good pressure, like have these guys perform their best. What are your thoughts about it? Do you think it's Super Bowl or bust for Mike McCarthy again? I really thought he was going to get fired after that Green Bay game. They decided not to. And, again, we'll see how Dallas performs. Really didn't do much in free agency to add to the team. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.